A vast survey of 55,000 people found that people aged between 16 to 24 are the loneliest of all age groups. Why are millennials incapable of achieving connection? Is it due to their immersion in social media platforms where you have followers instead of friends, where everyone is little more than a thumbs up, a smiley face, or that thing with a nuclear explosion coming out at the top of it? Have we transposed our relationships into the cyber domain, a nihilistic, capitalistic space that does not love you and regards you as big data with no soul? How do we return to a world of human connection in our post-matrix apocalyptic nightmare that we've achieved through the wonder of technology? What simple systems will we apply? When was the loneliest part of your life? Mine was, I can remember a terribly lonely part after this girlfriend left me when I was about 24. I'd been thrown out of this drama school. I was living in Finsbury Park. Those of you that are English, particularly those of you that live in London, will know Finsbury Park. It weren't very good then. It's about 20 years ago, I suppose. And I remember just eating pack noodles, can of tuna. I was pescatarian then. And bit of mayonnaise and going off for happy hour in a Spanish bar in Stoke Newington. It wasn't an happy hour either. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, drinking margaritas. Oh, not having the courage to talk to anybody. Bleak, lonely times. Getting friends out on video to assuage the loneliness. That was some ancient sounding bleakness right there. I still have this propensity for loneliness, but guess what I've started to think now since I've become a bit more of a religious nut? When you're on your own, this is the opportunity to really experience yourself and to experience aspects of your consciousness that may be beyond your previous understanding of what and who you are. The first assumption that all of us make is, I am me, right? It's you that's watching this video, isn't it? You're pretty certain about that. Well, let me give you a news flash, baby. If you took some LSD right now, your ideas about what yourself is would be radically altered. There are many things that can radically alter who you believe yourself to be. You find out someone you've known for a long time is lying to you, your whole perception changes. Baudrillard would tell you, wouldn't he, that your conception of what's real has been provided to you by ongoing media bias, that you've been deluged your whole life with images of what reality is meant to mean, what a friendship circle is supposed to be like, what a job's meant to be like. You yourself walking through Greenwich Village, Manhattan, with a coffee cup in your hand and a spring in your step on your way to a date with someone or another. We already live in a fabricated reality. We have enmeshed ourselves in stimulus that is, if not false, then certainly questionable. I mean to say that we have no real idea of the sacred and the sublime as achieved through meditative practice, time in nature, deep love, sometimes sexual ecstasy, sometimes psychedelic experience. We're losing our connection to the ulterior realm. All of these issues, loneliness, despair, drug addiction, these are all spiritual issues in that they are issues with dealing with the way that you feel. The way that you feel is a spiritual issue, and you feel the way you do in a material world that provides you with the relationships, provides you with solutions. And to return to our man Baudrillard once more, primarily we choose to absolve ourselves of these feelings through consuming, through purchase. We live now in this age of commodity where at the end of our arm there's a constant maul, a constant opportunity to communicate, but it's somehow numbing and unreal, an unreal space. The feeling of loneliness is the beginning of an awareness that we are unnurtured, that we are living unconsciously in unreal environments. What I reckon you need to do is start looking at different types of connections. Firstly, with yourself through prayer and meditation. If you don't like prayer because it's too old-fashioned, don't bother with it. Just do the meditation and think deeply about what you're trying to achieve. Think deeply about who you are, why you believe yourself to be that way. See what you discover in there. Be open to try and different things, to belong into different types of communities. The loss of community, one of the great curses of our time, that we see ourselves atomized, individualized and alone. Solitude can be beautiful. Loneliness is a desperate state. It is natural for us to belong to communities. It's through relationship that we discover so much of who we are, if we're in a position to relate to other people authentically. I reckon this: get to be friends with your loneliness. See what's on the other side of it. Because often, really, when we describe loneliness, I think what we're saying is, when I'm on my own, I feel bad about myself. I feel like I'm not loved enough. I feel like I'm not good enough. You know, some people, 11% of people, according to this same survey, feel that they are always alone, always lonely. I don't like that idea. This makes me think that perhaps one thing we should prioritize is reaching out to other people. Just in the, you know how you just see people that are around you in crowds as a kind of anonymous landscape? Like what are they, non-player operatives? What's that, NPR, non-player roles? You know, like in a computer game, irrelevant scenery, just androids. But everyone around you is a new seat of consciousness. Everyone around you is affected by the same mind viruses that we all are: loneliness, inferiority, inadequacy. All of these things inhabit the modern human psyche, because, in my opinion, and Baudrillard's, late capitalist civilizations create these phenomena. So if you feel lonely, in a sense, you are rationally or realistically or honestly responding to a society that don't provide you with spiritual nurture. In terms of a solution, learn to love the aloneness, learn to love the solitude, and from this place, think how you can belong to communities. Think how you can find purpose beyond your own satisfaction. The pursuit of happiness is nothing. The pursuit of contentment through service to others, noble pursuit, and more likely to deliver you to these goals. If you are lonely, give me a ring. I'm always a little bit lonely. I mean, I live with a family now. There's always a dog or a baby on me or something, but frankly, I'll be grateful to get out of the house. Hello, I'm doing these new videos more frequently now. Please hit the notification button at the end of this video, because then you'll get like a little bell when I post a new video, and I'd like you to get a little bell when I post a video. Then I can, I don't know, be buzzing away in your pocket. Sounds like I'd be like a little pocket mosquito. Anyway, subscribe, click the bell, because I want more people to watch the YouTube videos. You specifically.